So hello guys, this is your programming guru and today we are going to learn if else condition and this is our lecture 4. And as I used to say, if you have not attended previous lectures, that is 1, 2 and 3, then I must recommend that you first go and watch those videos. So now let's start. So starting with if else condition, and I have written all these things in code blocks. Okay, so starting with if else condition, in this integer main part we write if else condition in this way. We write if, and after that in brackets we write this condition, and in that we write this curly brackets, and after that it's body part with a semicolon. And if that conditions doesn't get satisfied, then we are telling computer that what it should do in case if that condition which we have given does not satisfy. So it should then go to the else part and print its body part. Okay, so then comes an example. So I'm showing you a sample code. Okay, so just see this. This is a sample code where first I have declared a variable integer a, printf, enter the number, taken a number from the user using a keyword scanf, modulo d, and ampersand sign a. Then if a modulo 2 equal to 0 means if the number is an even number, then it should print that it is an even number, else it should print that it is an odd number. So the output will come as follows, that if I enter a number like 12, then it will print simply in this way that it is an even number, only it will be printed in black line. See, I am showing you doing really over here. See, I am running the code in code blocks. Wait a minute. So as you can see, I have run this code that enter the number. So I entered 12 and it printed that it is an even number. Okay. Then comes next part of our nested if else, means if in if. I'm showing you, just to see this thing. Wait a minute, and here comes your code. Controls. Okay, so in nested if, what we do is that in integer main block, here I'm not writing, just to show you, we write if, then in brackets condition, then print its body part. Here I have named it as block 1. Okay, and in that body part only of first if, I have written a second if giving another condition. In that body part of this second if, I have named it as block 2 and giving an else condition of this second if, and I have written this body part of this second else inside else, and after that main else, that is of outer if, where I have written block 1. See, here block 1, and over here also block 1, and here block 2, block 2. You understand? You will be able to understand better if I show you example. So wait a minute, I'm just showing you a simple example where we are using nested if. So here is your example where in integer main block I have declared 3 variables a, b, c. In that I have taken 3 numbers together in a single scanf, using single scanf. So to save lines of the code, to make the code look smaller, in that I have taken if condition, that if a greater than b, if this condition comes out to be true, then it will go inside and see that if a is greater than c, means A is greater than B and also A is greater than C, then it will print that greater value is modulo D A, that A is the greatest value. Else it will print that over here, that if B is greater than C, then it should print that greater value is modulo D B and greater value is modulo D C. So I am running this code over here. First I need to close this previous one. So over here, and so now as you can see that our output has come out to be 30 because I entered three values together, that is 10, 20 and 30. See over here. Then comes our next program, our next topic, sorry. Else if means, what it means, that if you write like this, if you want to give another condition over here, that if A greater than B, and also you write that else if B or anything, B should be greater than A, B should be greater than A, then for writing two condition means that if A greater than B does not get satisfied, then it will come to this B greater than A and check this condition, that then if this condition comes out to be true, then it will go into this part and print greater value is B, and this part means so here comes our syntax for else if. In else if or any if condition, just remember one thing, that do not put this semicolon after writing the brackets of if. Do not ever put this semicolon, otherwise it will give an error. Okay, then in else if the syntax is like this. First we are given an if condition, then if that condition does not get satisfied, means that condition does not come out to be true, then it should go to check this condition number 2. If at all this condition also does not get satisfied, it doesn't comes true, then it should go to check this third condition. It will go to check this third condition, and if it is true, then we'll print the block 3, means the body part of this else if, and if this also comes out to be false, then it should go to the else block, which is considered out to be the default block. Means that if any of the if condition does not come out to be true, then by default the compiler will automatically go into this else block. Okay, then comes a practice code. In this code I have written integer main, then declared a variable a of integer data type, and after that I have simply printed that press 1 if you want to do addition, press 2 if you want to do subtraction, press 3 if you want to do multiplication, and press 4 if you want to do division. And then I have taken value 1, 2, 3 or 4 from the user, whatever he wants to enter. After that I have taken if condition, that if a equal to 1, then while comparing, remember one thing, that we use if we want to compare a value, that well, if we want the compiler to check whether the value of a is either 1 or 2 or 3, or to check that if it is the value which we want, then we use double equals to. If you write simple equals to, then it means that you have assigned value 1 to a. 1 is assigned to a. But if you use double equals to, means that you are checking whether the value of a is equals to 1 or not. So sorry, if a equals to 1, then print add option is selected. Else if a equals to 2, print that subtraction option is selected. If 3, then multiplication, and if 4, then division, and then the default block where I written printf invalid entry means if the user enters a number other than 1, 2, 3, 4, then it will compiler will automatically go into this else block. Understand? After that comes our topic, an example where first I have written integer main, and after that I have declared 4 integer variables, number 1, number 2, number 3 and max, and then taken input from the user using this statement scanf keyword, and after that I have simply compared. Basically what I want to do in this program is that I have to find that which is the largest number among the 3 numbers which are entered by the user. So first I have compared number 1 and number 2. Then inside that I have compared number 1 and number 3. If in both the cases number 1 is greater than both number 2 and number 3, then maximum is equals to number 1. Else maximum comes out to be number 3. Then in the else block, here I have used nested if conditions. If number 2 greater than number 3, then maximum is number 2, else maximum is number 3. And then after that I have simply printed maximum among all 3 numbers is equals to modulo d comma max, means it will print the value of the variable named max over here, and after that I have written 0 so that program works in speed and also consumes less memory. So over here we are calculating its output. I am entering numbers 10, then 20, then 30, then it gave 30. You will think that why I am showing same codes to you, but in this see that I have used nested if condition. That's why again and again 2 times I have shown you same code only, so that you can understand things in a clear way. And after that there is another way of doing it using if else block. First was using nested if, and this second code is using this if else, where code remains the same, but here if number 1 greater than number 2 and we have written, see that means that both the condition, that is this condition and this condition, both of this condition should get satisfied simultaneously to get maximum as is equals to number 1. Then only number 1 will be assigned to variable max as a maximum value. Else if this condition gets satisfied and at the same time this condition also gets satisfied, then max gets value of number 2 variable. After that, if number 3 greater than number 1 and then number 3 greater than number 2, then max is equals to number 3. And after that we have simply printed the value of max. So these are the 2 ways in which you can do a same code. Why I am showing you different ways of doing the same code is because when you will go to do any kind of job, or when you will do an object oriented programming, means a real life programming, then there you will be needed to know how can you make codes in different ways, the same code but in different ways. So that's why I have shown you how to do a same code in different ways. And after that I want you all to do this homework questions, but first note it down from my screen. So first question comes that I am just giving you what output should come when I run this code. So it should come as enter any number, and when I enter 10 it should print that number is positive. So means basically you need to check that whether number is positive or negative. Simple code. Then comes second question, that enter any number from the user. All have to be taken from user only. So I entered 55. So it should print that number is divisible by 5 and 11. Basically question over here is that you need to check whether a number is divisible by 5 and 11 simultaneously or not. If not, then it should print that number is not divisible by 5 and 11. Then comes our third question, that enter any year. So enter any leap year. So this method you should remember that if whatever I enter the year, means I entered a year like 2004, which is a leap year, we all know. So calculation which it should do, that year modulo 4 equals to 0, and then year modulo 100 not equals to 0, or this is OR sign, and after that year modulo 400 equal to 0. So it should print that it is a leap year. If all these three conditions are written together, then definitely you will get a correct answer. It's my guarantee. And if these three conditions does not get satisfied, then it will automatically come to this else block, as I have taught you. After that comes that take number of days from the user and print that how many years, weeks and days it has. For means what it should do, that if I enter 373 as the number of days, then it should print that years is equals to 1, weeks is equals to 1, and days is equals to 1. Means, as we all know, that a year consists of 365 days, 365 days. So it should automatically subtract 373 minus 365. So we get an output as is equals to 8. Means 8 days are still remaining, and we all know that a week contains 7 days. So what it should do, that in these remaining 8 days it should subtract 7. Means we get 1 day which is left, and that 1 day should get printed over here. Understand? In this way you have to do this code. I give you this formula, and I want you to try it on your own, and after that I want you to also remember this formula. Stop the video and see this formula. Then comes next question, that enter any week number. Means if I enter 1, I'm sorry, I want you to enter day number, that is from 1 to 7, and if I enter 1, then it should print it is Monday, and if it enters 2, then it should come as Tuesday. Then comes next code, to enter a month number, and in return it should print that how many days that month contains. Like January contains 31 days, so it should print that answer as 31 days, and if anyone enters 2 as the month number, then it should print 28 days. Here do not consider any leap year or anything, just let it remain same, do not make it complicated. Then comes our next program, that if I enter an amount like 4673 rupees, then it should give me that how many 500 notes it contains, how many hundreds of notes it contains, how many notes of 50 it contains, how many notes of 20 it contains, and how many notes of 10 it contains, and how many notes of 2 rupee it contains, and how many notes of 1 rupee it contains. Here if you enter 4673, then your output should come as 9 1 9 1 1 1 0 0 and 1 and 1. This should be your answer. Then only your code is correct. Otherwise, see, there must be some problem in doing your coding. Then comes a program to check whether a triangle is valid or not if angles are given by the user. Means here you have to take all the three angles from the user. Means I have taken 30 from the user, 60 from the user and 90 from the user. And if their sum comes out to be equals to 180, then it should print that triangle is valid. Otherwise it should print the triangle is invalid. Next comes our program to calculate profit and loss. Means you have to take cost price from the user, where here I have taken 1000 rupees. Then you should take selling price, means 1500 rupees, and it should automatically calculate its profit, that how much he has earned a profit, means 500 rupees he has earned. And after that comes a program to find all the roots of a quadratic equation. Means you have to first print this type of equation, and when I enter values of this variable a 8, I enter value of this variable b as -4, then I take value of variable c as -2, then it should get printed like this, that two distinct and real root exists and two roots are 0.81 and -0.31. I have also given this answer over here for your reference, so that if you ever want to refer to this code, means if you are not able to do this, then just come over here and refer to this code by pausing the video. See this. But I think that this video has got too much long, so I will show you these answers in my next lecture. So do attend my next lecture, otherwise you will not be able to learn everything properly. So thank you guys for watching my video, and please do not forget to like, share and subscribe to my channel Programming Guru. I want you all to please, if you have not subscribed to my channels, subscribe it, because it keeps me motivated to make and bring new videos for you people. So please subscribe to my channel Programming Guru. Thank you all for watching my videos.